It's 8 o'clock, Monday the 27th. A week from now I'll need to be at work. We're on our mooring in Russell and a slow start, no rush because the resupply mission, which is mainly just bringing up First Mate Stuart, is not expected until about lunchtime, and we're likely to do that over at Waitangi on the other side. Well, we need to go to the other side, so let's go before the wind gets too strong. So we're heading over there to TT Bay by Waitangi. I'll let the mooring go. It's on a fairly long little line. Oh, there it goes. Probably the last time we'll be using it this season. Okay, bye-bye Russell. Right, well, we slowly meandered across and we're anchored in 1.2 metres under the keel, about mid-tide, and we're in TT Bay, and there's TT Marae. Water's fairly brown because the outgoing tide is coming out of the Waitangi River and estuary. Waitangi's over there, including the hotel, and we can see the flagpole on the treaty grounds. So the Treaty of Waitangi was signed in 1840. So we've come across from Russell, which is over there, and there's Tarpeka Point on the left. Through here's Pai here, there is a narrow passage between the mainland and the islands, but it's quite shallow. Well, they're just passing the turn off to Opua, so I think we will be able to launch the dinghy and probably arrive on shore about when they do. We're on shore. It's another hour until low tide. It's the Tui. It was a museum ship and cafe, but it's fallen to disrepair now. It's Waitangi Day this week, so the wakas are all starting to gather. This is the Waitangi River upstream of the bridge. Here's launching ramp and pile moorings for low vessels, and here's the bridge to Waitangi. Okay, that's Stuart stuff, plus we've been to the supermarket. Dinghy, outboard and boat still there. Right, Admiral's been aboard for lunch. She brought First Mate Stuart up, so deliver her back to shore, and then Stuart and I will head off. He's back. Okay, anchor's up, we're off. We'll just turn around, sail down just under the jib past Tarpeka Point. Right, there's the Waitangi Hotel. So Thursday's Waitangi Day, and it's going to be really, really busy around here then. A big ceremony up at the treaty grounds. There's the treaty house and the flagpole. The forecast for southwest overnight, so we'll go around the other side of the peninsula with Russell on it and find somewhere nice for the night. So Maka marks the edge of a small reef. It's currently blowing, I don't know, 12 gusting 15. We're doing 5 to 5.5. So behind the Maka now is the Kent Passage, where we came through yesterday. And the island in front of us is Motoroa Island. Russell, where we were last night. And we've got a catamaran sailing past. Yacht mooring area there. I think it's Mataufi Bay. And up that way is Opua. Here's one of the charter Nolix 25, sailing very well. And the criticism is the jib handle could be a bit tighter, but it's currently blowing 18 knots, so going along very nicely. Here's one of the tourist sailing sometimes catamarans. Here's another catamaran by Tāpeka Point, and this wee settlement here is called Tāpeka. Well, that's a big launch, and at that speed it's not making too much of a hole in the water. I'd imagine it could probably go an awful lot faster and in the process burn an awful lot more diesel. Here's one of the tourist boats. This one's got 4 big outboards on the back, and fair flies along and doesn't make too much of a wake. Here comes the competition's diesel powered one, and it certainly makes a significant wake, which rolls into anchorages as it goes past a long way out. Fortunately, not so much of a problem with the catamaran. Right, we're rounding Tāpeka Point. Pretty benign conditions today. They go along fast and nicely. Looks like it's got tourists aboard for a good day's sailing experience. There's black rocks behind it. I believe this one's a Turismo 10. We decided back up to the beach 3 or 4 years ago with Kathmandu. They're going along nicely, and here's the Artaka Thompson in front of Roberton Island. With the hills and being a southwest, the wind's quite variable, both in direction and speed, but we're making progress. So that's looking into Lagoon Bay, Roberton Island, and then looking further up, renowned anchorage. Next island's Motorua, and then we can see Urapukapuka in the distance. It's Paroa Bay. Up around the corner to the left is an inlet, and Kathmandu was shallow enough to get up in there, not this. Very flash house over here. There's the east side of Russell, and around to Tāpeka Point. Currently planning on heading for this bay under the cliffs. We did anchor here in Kathmandu, the first season we brought her up. Looking into the big inlet, there's all the boats anchored in Opanga Cove, Assassination Cove. It's not in view, but it's just around to the left. We've just had a big knock, but the good news is the autopilot's dealing with things, so it's looking along the southern shore where we can't anchor most of there. And you can probably see it's quite gusty here.
Just a little bit windy here at home. It's a lot windier here than in the bay. Struggling out there with a little jib.
Bending around as we're coming past the bay. So we were aiming for there, but currently sailing in that direction. So it could be as good as any. And we've had a wind shift. So we're anchored. This big bay here is Whangarei Bay, and straight ahead now is Assassination Cove. Opanga Cove is up there. We can't see the boats. I believe this could be Salt Bay, but it's not on most charts. The isthmus here across to the inlet that I was talking about, but I've tried to position ourselves so we get shelter, but the wind is relatively constant in direction. And have a few keelers over here, but they get spun round around in circles. And that's looking to the north side of the Bay of Islands. So behind us is Roberton Island, and then a part of Motorua Island. We're slumming it with steak for tea. Terrible outlook. So we just acquired a neighbour. Well, it's a very lovely evening and not a cloud in the sky and music playing. Right, 4 monohulls that way. All coming in on the other side of us and no launches.